It ain't the first one. It ain't the first one.
No, you're right.
Okay, so with her last little bit of energy, Sarah gets out of the bathtub and she crawls along the floor to answer her phone, because that's what you would do when your hair and nails and shit are falling out and you're puking up maggots and all that. Of course, you're going to answer the telephone. And it's the producer on the phone, and he tells her that she can either die or she can embrace the transformation that's already happening and become like him. So she decides at that point to go ahead and embrace the transformation. And then she goes to the house of Erin, the girl that's kind of been, one-upping her and just being a general, asshole to her the whole time. So they argue, and then they start, shaming each other about sex with directors for film parts, until Erin turns on the kitchen lights, and then she sees Sarah's, completely disfigured face and her just really scary appearance. And that's the makeup in this scene is fantastic. They did a great job on her.
It reminds me of something. What does it remind me of? It reminded me of the fucking witch in The Shining, or something like that, or the Crypt Keeper, or you know what I mean? That's what she looked like.
Yeah. So Erin changes her attitude, and she's trying to persuade Sarah to go to the hospital, but then Sarah just turns on her and she slices her on the cheek with this knife, which is really gross looking. Really
this is
gross.
when the movie picks up for me.
Yeah.
Whenever it turns from a fucking satanic cult movie to a slasher.
Yeah. So. And I kind of like that dichotomy, the change there. I like that it has more than one type of horror, happening there. And it's like a multi-genre film. I kind of like that. So Sarah then accepts what she's done, and then basically is like, well, the hell with it. Since I'm already here, let me just go ahead and kill the shit out of you in a really terrible way. So she just continues to violently stab Erin. And then one of my favorite parts is when she goes to Ashley's room, who's the other friend, and hits her in the head and in the face with a dumbbell until her skull fucking totally collapses.
Oh, dude, that was my favorite of all the fucking murders. The fucking dumbbell, because I always thought that's a brutal fucking weapon. A fucking dumbbell. You know what I mean? Beat somebody to death with that motherfucker. And not only did she beat her to death, you could see her fucking head get beat in. It was brutal, but awesome.
Yeah, and again, there's that budget, I just was loving the effects. That made it for me, was the effects. The story was good, but the effects, if I can't believe the effects, no matter how good the story is, I don't feel like I'm 100% a part of the movie. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I know you guys probably feel that way about a lot of these too. But anyway, I digress. Poe, who is the other person, witnesses this, but then he runs and he slips in blood. And then,
it was like Jimmy in Halloween 2.
Halloween 2, yeah. So Sarah jumps on him and then stabs him in the back. And then Sarah realizes Erin is still alive and trying to crawl away. So then she suffocates her with a plastic bag. So then you get this plastic bag full of all this blood and just gore. And then it's awful.
Plastic bag, simple murder, but I always feel like it's pretty effective because you can just see somebody die that way. You know what I mean? Especially you remember in Inglourious Bastards whenever the Nazi dude chokes the chick to death? I mean, when you show it really well, it's an effective death.
Yeah. So then she goes out to Danny's van, which is apparently where he's been with this chick, and it's almost like a bedroom in his van. He's living out of his van.
In a van down by the river.
Yeah, Axel, what was his name? That was Chris Farley.
Vic, do you remember?
What's that?
Chris Farley's character when he lived in a van down by the river. And,
he was a motivational speaker. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, it was great. That was a great, reference there. Kind of lighthearted compared to what we're talking about here. But then she kills the shit out of Danny in a really, really gory way, too, in this van.
Don't you, technically, if you kill somebody, you're always going to kill the shit out of them, right? Because they
right, but it was total, but you could see that what I meant by that phrase was you could see the malice, there was a lot of malice there. After that, the production company, Strauss, which turns out to basically, which we've already figured out by this point, be like a secret cult worshiping a demon named, Astraeus.
Zul.
Yeah,
Bagul. Sorry, I was going with all the ones I'd heard of.
I love how they on Wikipedia, like whoever typed this in here, a deity / DENOM. A denom. Is that like a demon? A denom?
Maybe it's a little bit of both.
A denom.
a demon who fucked a deity.
Yeah, but a denom, DENOM, that's like they meant demon, but totally just like botched, like typing it.
They're dyslexic.
Okay.
You can't judge people for that.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying that denom is...
Blake, this is a PG show. You can't be doing shit like that.
With white shit in her mouth? Like, what fucking... Do you not just remember what you just said?
No, I don't remember that at all.
What? No, there's never been a PG show here. Never has there ever been a PG show.
I don't know. We've done about 150 of them, and I bet you're probably right.
Yeah. So they conduct this ritual where Sarah gets reborn from a bloody membrane-type cocoon.
Dude, okay, so, like, they told her to disrobe earlier in the movie. We don't get titties. We get to see her cleavage for most of the movie. And then the one time we get to see titties, she's fucking bald. I mean, no. Unacceptable. This is no. This is why Vic was jerking off during the maggot scene instead.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Don't hate.
He likes that sound that they make. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ.
You're revealing all my secrets, man.
My bad, Vic. I mean, but that is your favorite part.
It is. You're right.
Okay. Fair enough. Moving on.
Okay, so she gets out, and like you said, she's got a totally flawless, healthy, and totally hairless body, She almost looks like that creature in, what was that movie that just came out a few years ago? Where she's created on a splice. She almost looks like that.
Yeah.
Creature in Splice.
I was going to say Species, but you're pretty close, yeah.
Yeah. So she finds a gift-wrap box wishing her a happy birthday. Ha, 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 And she returns to the apartment, and she kills her roommate by sucking the life out of her mouth in this really weird kiss. It was very... Like, of course, I thought of Freddy and Sheila in Nightmare 4 when he gives her that kiss and effectively sucks the life out of her. But this was a little bit more on the gory side, for this one.
It was pretty hot, to be honest with you. If she wasn't bald.
Oh, is this where you were having fun with yourself, Travis? Was during this part?
No, man, I could be doing that back-to-back stuff. I had already come earlier in the movie. I'm not doing it again.
Damn.
But maybe I'll bookmark it for later.
Oh, what the fuck! Oh my God! I don't even want to think about what's in. I don't want to think about what's in your spank bank. Oh, I cringe at the fucking thought of it.
Well, the rape scene from the girl with the dragon tattoo, I Spit on Your Grave, and The Last House on the Left.
Hey, man, it was okay. You didn't have to tell me.
Now you know.
The more you know, right? Is that? God bless. You guys are fucking... you guys are depraved, man. Okay, so she puts on this present. She opens this box, and it's like a gorgeous black gown, low cut, and a wig.
I didn't see her open her box.
Oh, come on, man. Damn.
What about her box?
I said I didn't see her open her box.
I never saw
that. No, but really, Blake,
maybe
the part where she starts getting all glammed up, the music in this movie is strange. I want to say that. It's like, it reminded me of like Gold Dust music. You know what I'm talking about? It did like some sort of happy music that didn't fit the tone, but it was almost like it was supposed
macabre,
to be
very macabre kind of. Yeah, and I mean, I appreciate you bringing that up. I mean, I've written lots of scores, and you guys have heard them, so I'm very much into the strange soundscapes and, like, putting things together that don't necessarily belong. in the melody. And that's one of the things that stuck out to me with this movie was the music. Because like you said, it is strange. It's not really major key. It's kind of just spacey and echoey, kind of ethereal, but with like a strange sense of an off, key melody. It's just really strange.
Yeah, you can explain it better than me, and that's exactly right. It just wasn't your typical horror movie music.
No, not like Marco Beltrami or Charlie Klaus or any of the others, or Charles Bernstein. Not like any of those guys. It was just totally different. So she's putting on this low cut black gown and this wig, and the finishing touch, which she puts on as one of the last things, is the pentagram silver necklace. So she gets her own. I guess she's come up in the ranks, and now she's got her own. Now she's in like Flynn, I guess, right? So the film ends as she admires herself in the mirror. She's like looking at how beautiful she is, and her eyes are now this strange emerald green color, like almost. And this thing says almost as if they're lit from within. I can kind of see that. They're just very otherworldly, and that's how the movie ends, with her admiring.
This is the type of movie where you kind of expect it to be like, like her eyes to be black, because that's usually what you see with like demon possession, but not so much in this one.
Yeah, but I mean, the film, I was just blown away by the production, and the production values. I mean, it was really well put together for a lower budget, crowdfunded, basically movie, Kickstarter. That they got their funding through that, and then just the production value and the sets. There weren't a lot of them. There weren't a lot of sets, but the sets that they had were beautiful. They were well dressed, and the gore was some of the best I've seen in a while. It was very believable and very, very hardcore too. Not anything left to the imagination, really.
Yep. All right. Well, who wants to start, Vic or me? Because we'll give Blake a break for a minute.
Whatever you want, homie.
All right. I'll go.
I tell whatever you want.
Vic, I'm going to let you go first, and then I'll gather my thoughts here.
All right. Well, first of all, I just want to let you all know that I already told Travis, but I actually own this movie, which is weird to me. But I found it the other day as I was looking for a different movie. So
he sent me a picture, and I was like, "Where the hell did you find that?"
I got it in one of my horror blocks whenever, because I knew I didn't buy it because it wasn't Blu-ray, so I knew I wouldn't have bought it.
True.
So, but I got it in the horror block at some point, and I thought that was cool. But as for the movie itself, there's a few things that I really love in life, and one is satanic cults, one is slashers, and one is like a bunch of hot naked chicks. We're posted naked, or just chicks they'll do something strange for some change. You know what I'm saying? I like horror.
Something strange for change.
Like I like bitches that are willing to fuck their way to the top or stuck for a job or whatever. So I kind of enjoyed this movie.
And this is coming from a manager, by the way, people. Don't you want him in charge? See, he's an animal.
I'm a motherfucking savage.
Hey, he's so savage they should call him Randy. Check that shit out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Snap it to a Slim Jim. Anyway.
He's like, want a little excitement? Oh, shit.
Hey, man, Randy used to get down like that. That's Stephanie McMahon. But anyway.
Oh, Lord. True story.
Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus. Anyway, so I kind of enjoyed this movie like a little bit. Parts of it was weird, and like I kind of zoned out because I don't know what was going on, and I may have been on Molly like them or something, but I've been going back and forth on my rating. I think I'm going to land at a 3 out of 4. Because
well, Vic, I have something in common with you with this. I've been going back and forth on my rating too. since I watched the fucking movie. It is a slow burn, I feel like, at first. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's things going on, but